1, 2, 3, 4.
Hello there, Patrick.
Hello, William. How are you?
I have a really sore ear after that club.
After the club,
That's your soundproofing's fantastic because I'm deaf.
You were out in the bars, and now you've got the club.
Yes, it's been a good weekend. Yeah, I've been out in the bars.
Did you touch?
No, I just went out with mates.
You really should take advantage of the fact that we're doing this podcast. Like, I think genuinely, like, I don't know if we're able to do this. Can we get a wee bit of romantic music, right? And then put it in front of it, and then just the camera just sort of stare at William.
Yeah.
And you stare into the camera, right? And this is your no, seriously, take it seriously, like, because you're making.
I'm not going to take it seriously, Paddy, because it's not going to work.
It is.
Oh, here. You can't touch at bars at the minute because you can't move from your table. And do you want to try flirt with someone like halfway across her? Love, you have some hold. I said you have some hold.
I don't know what technology that you have now. Like, you have to use your nugget. Like, can you not sort of write on a mask or something and say, here, send that mask over to your woman there?
The technology you have now, and then writing pencils have been about for hundreds of years. He's just discovered pens.
Not from West Belfast.
I feel it's. Do you know what? See if you flirt in person rather than flirt online, you're already like far better chance. Because see, if you can only flirt online, gives off the vibe you're an awkward cunt.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? I'm a good flirter in person.
I think you're right there, because sometimes somebody will send you a message and you don't know if it's cheek. Like, you can read a message. Say you get a message from somebody saying, I'm coming to yours at 8:30.
Yeah.
You could read that, like, if you've done something to that person, and go, they're coming up to knock my fucking at 8:30.
Yeah. I feel you're the only one gets that kind of paranoia, but I know what you mean.
Do you get what I'm saying?
I get exactly what you're saying.
So when you're saying that you do it in person,
yeah.
But I'll tell you what to do, right? I'm married, so I'm married and over 40 now.
You're trying to fuck vicariously through me.
No, I'm not. I'm out. Somebody asked me the other day.
He's turned in his badge.
Somebody asked me the other day if I still had the black taxi, and if it did, would I be up for doing the Northern Ireland version of Fake Taxi because of the dagger? And like, literally, like, this was a genuine inquiry. Like, I'm not even joking. It was like, we will pay you massive amount of money for it to be the Dagger Diaries in the Fake Taxi. And did I still have a taxi? And I was like, no, I'm married, but my PSV's up also. So
not a chance, mate. Not a chance. I've no insurance on it.
What you talking here?
Did they give you a figure?
It was a big figure.
Big figure?
Yeah.
Have you seen Fake Taxi?
A wee bit of it.
A wee bit of it? See if I was watching some porn and you just pop up in it.
Well,
even if they blurred out their face, I'd be like, I know what voice.
They did say that the face is blurred out. Like,
your face is your least distinguishable feature.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes. It's like somebody there would say, here, Andre, you need to check out your Polly's doing Fake Taxi and pour it up again. Just me picking somebody up outside Andy Town Leisure Centre. Where are you going to?
Fucking me, you're the one.
With a pool glass.
I'll fucking stab you, Aaron.
You're going up the fucking mountain to get fucking to the back of the kneecap, you fucking.
Where did you get this offer?
Oh, mate, the things I've had is fucking frightening. And genuinely, in the past 2 weeks, the offers I've had went from really nice and brilliant offers till, oh my fucking god, I can't believe you want me to do that.
Who's watching our podcast being like, I need to see this guy in a porno?
You'd be surprised.
You're right. Like, I thought, like, I've been getting like weird gigs and like just gigs and shit. I haven't been like
getting weird and things.
Yeah. Thing is, if you're gonna ask one of us to do Fake Taxi, I'll do it.
There you go. William will do it.
I'll biro a dagger on the dick.
Well, if you do know, you have to be a wee bit athletic and stuff in it, like, and get into
some
fun.
There's my niche.
Do you know?
Do you know what I mean? You're a hot girl, fuck spastic out of pity.
They'll be getting the ramps out for you to get up into the taxi. She'll be going, do what?
I squeaked like a pig.
She'll be going, do you know what, William? Fuck it, son. You're taking too long. You're like, wait.
You ready, big girl?
They could give you a wee Paralympic spots and all.
Are you drooling, babe? I'll do that anyway.
Put you in a wee podium after a wee funeral. And they get either a gold or a bronze or silver.
Are you back to the Paralympics again?
Oh yeah.
For fuck's sake, he won't let it go.
I'm trying to get you on it. I want you to hold the flag. I want you to, well, sort of hold the flag. It may take 2 years. Get you Johnny McCarthy to get it.
Who's Johnny McCarthy?
In the wheelchair, used to do comedy. My mate.
I don't know. I never saw that.
No.
There's a guy in a wheelchair. Did stand up.
Well.
See you next week, guys.
I tell you what, if the guy in the wheelchair had to fucking if he had to stand up, he would have fucking been doing a lot more. He was in the circus or something.
I probably just go to jail for a benefit for us.
He'd been giving sermons up the Black Mountain.
I saw a guy get tipped out of a wheelchair once, and it was the most awful but very funny thing I've ever seen.
Right. I get that, right? Because there was a guy who used to come till Beckett's, which is a mad bar up at Twinbrook, right? And it was one of them ones. The daytime bar was nuts, but at the weekend on a Saturday night, the disco up the stairs, we called the Word, it was nuts, right? And this guy in a wheelchair, but he could walk, but just not that far.
Not that well, yeah.
So he used to pull himself in the chair up and down the road.
Dirty bastard.
For people to feel sorry for him, right? But he came till the nightclub, and there was an off license, and there was a bus obviously going somewhere. It was full of people, and he was like wheeling towards the door, and he was barred, right? And pacing somewhere in the bar or something that day. And I arrived to work in the nightclub. It was a sunny night, and there was a bus full of people. And there he was trying to get in, and there was a certain doorman who I've spoke about in other podcasts, right? And he was like, "I fucking told you you're not getting in, now fuck off." And I was like, "Oh, for fuck's sake," he had it again. He was like, fucking pissed all over the bar and all fucking, right? So I was like, right. I says, "Look, mate, just go on, no, you're getting him annoyed." And he kept wheeling towards him and kicking him in the ankle. Right? And he was like, "I'm fucking telling you." And next minute he disappeared in the bar, the doorman, right? He came back out with a full bucket of ice and water and fucked it over your man, and it was that big of a splash, right? He came out of the wheelchair and was fucking lying there and all the thing, and he's shivering, and all the people on the bus were like, "Oh my god, did you see what that doorman done?" And they were all off the bus. They're like, "That doorman's a bastard." I says, "Listen, see that doorman, he's a fucking 3-dan black belt." You
fucking
very quickly, because he'd fucking go nuts, and he's just standing there slapping to him. They were like, "No way, no way." And I was like, "I know it looks bad, but see your man in the wheelchair, he's a fucker, he come walking on." They're like, "That's fucking desperate." Oh fuck! Do you know it was bad. It was bad, but it was funny too.
Does that guy know you talk about him on stuff?
Ah, yes, yeah.
Is he alright with it?
Sort of.
Can we get him on?
No. Genuine. Do you know where you have to delete a lot of stuff that I say?
Yeah. Yeah, I feel so bad for our editor because he has so much more work to do with that.
If he was on, it would literally be
Like, do you ever get when a rap song would come on at 3 in the afternoon and like none of it can be said? That's what we sound like.
It's like working on the construction sites can be the same thing. Like some of the things that people would say that you work with, and you like these people and you work with them, right?
Yeah.
And then they come off with like something, and they're like, "Do you know what? I like Donald Trump. He's 100% right about them fucking Mexicans." And you'd be like, "What? What are you talking about?" And they're like, "Fucking right, them Mexican bastards fucking trying to get into that country." And I'm like, "You're Irish." Do you know how many boats of Irish people fucking landed there? You nut.
Yeah.
Like the whole of America is fucking immigrants.
Yeah.
Apart from the Red Indians.
Yeah.
Everybody else are foreigners.
They're either Irish or like some weird European mix because they fled some massacre.
You cannot be Irish and racist. It's just not. It's not mixed. It can't happen.
Yeah. It's like
it does.
You
happen.
can do it, but you're.
It does happen.
You can't logically make it make sense.
No.
Okay. Yeah, I get you.
Do you know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean. Yeah.
Like if somebody was to stop someone from outside of Ireland coming to live in an estate in West Belfast, and they were like, "Damn bastards need to get out of here. They have no right being here." Right? Apart from the Brits, right? They have no place to be there, right? So you understand why people want them out. But if somebody wants to come and get a house in the middle of West Belfast, no one should tell them to get the fuck.
Yeah, and doesn't it happens in East a lot? Does it happen in in West.
But I was surprised because I was working in East last month, and there was like on one street there must have been like 6 different nationalities, and I was like, there's parts of it is like there is fucking free staters and everything living in the street.
Aye.
So there is parts of it, unless just because there's that one street they're allowed to live in or something. I don't know. But it happened once. I remember it happened once. I'll tell you a funny story about something that happened.
Oh, look, please.
Do you remember when the Syrians were coming, right?
The refugees?
Yes.
Refugees.
So they brought a family of them till Turf Lodge.
Right.
And I was up in Turf Lodge going in till the butcher's up there. I know the butcher, and I was going in. And as I get out of the van, this obviously foreign like teenager came over to me, and he was like, and I was like, what the fuck are you even saying? It wasn't making sense. And he was pointing my ear, and he was sort of saying, he sounded like a smick, but a foreign smick.
Yeah, I love that.
Right?
When that happens.
So it was like, gives a fag behind your ear. And I went, that's a pencil, mate. I'm a joiner. That's a pants, a wee fucking IKEA pencil.
Give me a fag,
no, but it wasn't even like that. It wasn't even like a Turkish barber or anything. It was just, he just was, me, gives a fag behind your ear, right? And I was like,
Baker from the Muppets.
But he was right in the mic, and I was like, fucking get away from me, you fucking wee tramp, you know? And I sort of pushed him out of the road, and I went in the butcher's, and I went, the fuck's the crack with your room on there? And he says, he's a wee Syrian. The family were put in Turf Lodge. He says, he's just run about with the wrong crowd. And I went, what do you mean? He says, when they moved in, he took up with all the hoods. So he's been run about with the hoods. And what's happening is the hoods are making him do everything. So they're getting him to break into houses. He's caught in cars, right? So the cops caught him 5 times. But because he's 15, they couldn't send him home.
Right.
On his criminal record, because his family was here, right? So they had to send the whole family home, and they obviously couldn't do that. But once he turned 16, if he was to do something again, they legally can send him back to Syria, right? So I was thinking about it, right? So this kid at 16, right, steals a car and gets caught on the way Drag Road, right? Cops, 16, right, throw him out to Syria, and he lands back in Syria with a baseball hat on and the fucking North Face tracksuit, and he starts hooting over her, right? Like, what happens then? Does Aces phone up and go, hello, can we speak to Ira, please? How do you do the sneak cap thing? We only know beheading. And there's like a guy reporting from Syria about the bombs, and there's somebody riding up a hoods behind him, fucking up your dick. And then all the people in Syria going, don't go to Belfast. The people, they always joyriders. Look, he stole that fucking lorry 4 times, the bastard.
Talk my fucking figs, man.
Yes, fucking smacking my figs.
Cheeky cunt. We need to talk about this, by the way, because people have messaged in about it. Our show is cursed.
Oh, completely.
We have some weird...
Is it cursed or blessed? It really, whatever way you look at it. Yeah. Whenever somebody gets a mansion, something bad happens to them.
It does.
Poor Prince William.
Not Prince William. Prince...
Is Philip?
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Just per Prince William in general, or?
Prince William, he's fucked now. That's him. Something's going to happen to him. He's going to get caught fucking with something. A horse or something.
So then Arlene got mentioned.
She lost her job.
Resigned.
Did she resign?
She was jumped before she was paid.
Did she resign?
Or
like, think of all the things.
It was a forced resignation. So it's she was forced out.
Dead funny. She went and met the UDA and UVF a couple of weeks ago. Next month, out.
I would honestly, I do generally believe it was more the fucking religious fanatics and in that party that hold the power.
100%. But the point is, she survived. Look at the things she's.
Right. I thought you were saying
RHI, right?
100%.
Meeting with them, done with it, everything, and didn't resign. Wouldn't resign.
No.
Sinn Féin. Arlene has to resign. Yeah. Arlene has to resign. She stood in her ground. I'm not resigning. She's just.
The assembly collapsed before she would resign.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
And then she vote. She doesn't even vote for the gays. Yeah. She just doesn't vote against them. And they're like, fuck Arlene! Oh, do you mean she didn't? Gregory Campbell phoning up Edmund Poots. What's wrong? Arlene wouldn't vote against the queers. I told you she's softening. She's turning into a Fenian. Oh fuck. Jeffrey Donaldson, what's the matter? Arlene wouldn't vote against the queers. And then fucking mental.
Jeffrey's like, she wouldn't vote against me. I mean, bad bitch.
She should start a party with Paul Barry.
And they're going to say she should start a podcast.
Do you remember Paul Barry?
Who's Paul Barry?
He was a DUP. He was a gospel singer, right?
Right.
Young gospel singer from Caravan. So he was dead famous amongst them, right?
Have you ever heard of this guy?
Right, Paul Barry. And what happened was he put himself up for election, got the biggest amount of votes in Armagh, and was freaking voted in, big member of the DUP, right? Then was caught by the Daily Mirror in a sting operation in Duke's Hotel in Belfast, meeting up with a guy met in Grindr.
Is that him?
No.
Meeting up with a guy on ground there?
Yes.
Right.
And says, oh no, I was just getting the sports massage, right? And then they played the recording and he was like, oh, my missus doesn't suck it like that. And then the DUP fucked him out. What the fuck?
Yeah. See, part of me does, like, he's a dickhead, but I feel bad for, like, why is that a sting operation though? He's just fucking a dude, you know what I mean?
But the point of it
Suppose he is hypocritical, like.
Yes, he was
See, when you...
he was the head of the DUP conversion group.
Right, oh, was he?
Yes.
Right, I
so he was like, he sang songs about, you shouldn't stick your willy in another fella's bum. You know, that was that.
I just called to say I hate queers. See, when you said, this is why I didn't hear it, when you said he was caught in a sting operation, I thought he was just singing police songs.
Every step you take.
I'll be watching you, you wee cunt.
I'll be watching you.
Look at that wee Syrian refugee.
I have a friend in Jesus. Jesus didn't sleep with the disciples. Why did Jesus run about with 12 fellas?
And the prostitute. Why? I don't know, I don't read the Bible.
Do you know what I mean?
Why did he? I don't know. But
why was it 12 men? Why was there no women?
Why is he ripped as fuck in every Catholic church?
Why is he white? That's seriously asked the main question. With a big beard. It looks like he's from fucking Cullebacky or something. Or Dungiven. Jesus looks like he would be fucking on Game of Thrones as a fucking archer or something, doesn't he?
He would genuinely look more like a Syrian refugee than he would look like me, like.
But we wouldn't, because Syrians have a bit of colour to them, whereas Jesus is white.
Yeah. Well, he's not.
Well,
it's not real.
If he lived in Jerusalem, right, in them days, right, before sunscreen, he definitely was a wee bit of colour to him.
Oh, yeah?
No doubt about it. Yeah. And the Catholic churches just went, do you know what? His skin just isn't the right colour here for us putting pictures up everywhere.
Yeah.
Do you know, let's change it. When the big class of they actually got a picture of Jesus and it turned out he had a big afro and he was like Shaft or something.
That'd be amazing.
Wasn't it? Jesus.
Just smoking. That's why he's so chill out. He's just smoking all the time.
Big hippie dude.
See her fucking had a broken leg.
So we went from Arlene Foster, Paul Barry. Was that because we're talking about the curse?
Yes, this is right, and this is what I was going to say. I just put up on the page, does anyone want us to shout out anyone?
Right.
In case they get the curse.
Right.
So someone said Arlene Foster.
Oh, she's done.
Yeah, you fucking idiot.
No, but obviously he wants her.
I'm not doing that. The Glazers.
If we're technically able to do that,
yeah,
we should charge money for that.
Yeah, if we can curse people to death,
we should get a bounty for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But just on the off chance someone says the Glazers, would you? I'm not. Do you know what? They're ruining United, so I'm fucking loving it.
Oh, you know, who do you support?
When I watch football, I supported Chelsea, but I wouldn't call myself a Chelsea fan. Don't watch it enough.
Right, okay.
But I hate, even though I don't watch football, I still hate United fans.
You hate United, so you're Chelsea, Linfield and Rangers?
No.
Glentoran, Chelsea and Rangers?
Yes.
Right, okay. So you're a cock and hen then?
Yeah, oh yeah, Glens boy, like, when I watched it. I don't watch it anymore.
Do you not watch it anymore because they're full of Donnellys and Catholics? Is that why you don't watch Glentoran anymore?
I don't watch them anymore because it's shit and freezing. Oh, it's because they're sectarian? Like, no, because of anything that's ever existed I can watch on my TV. I'm not going out to watch fucking shite Glens matches. Pay a quid for a fucking shite burger. Fuck me, someone went heavy.
Who do you ask?
Do you want to read that one?
Every single member. This was by Andrew Pinkerton, by the way.
Right, you're gonna get him shot.
Well, like, I would say if you went into Andrew Pinkerton's fucking Facebook and Twitter, no doubt.
This isn't a shocking opinion.
It'll say, lest we forget, and he'll have 20 fucking poppies around it, and either a UDA, UVF thing further down the page, and he blows a flute. There's no doubt about it, because he wrote every single member of Sinn Féin and IRA. I don't care how big the funeral is. But he's really stupid there, because
he's killed them all. The funeral's gonna go.
No, it's gonna be fucking huge. It's gonna be the biggest funeral ever, and it's gonna last forever, because it's gonna be coughing after coughing after coughing.
I love when people have like a photo of them hugging their kids, but there's a border around it that just says "fuck refugees" or something like that. I love when that happens. It's like them hugging their crippled mother. Blacks out. You're like, I'm just so, you're all over the place here.
Are you allowed to say it?
If you're quoting someone else saying it.
Oh, right, okay.
Did you think that was a belief of mine?
I was just like, whoa. Because I said something last week and you were like, whoa. And I'm like,
what we edited out, we had to edit out because we'd get sued. Because you looked into the camera and said it.
Right, okay. So the Glazers, here, Man City's attacked. All of the Man City fans attacked the stadium today. All 3 Man City fans.
There's an overturned bin.
Yeah.
And a scratch security guard.
They've turned all the security guards' coats inside out and...
So what is...
Fuck's sake.
What is it they're protesting specifically about the Glazers?
Because they started the Super League. The European Super League.
Haven't they protested the Glazers before?
Yes, when they first came in. And then...
Again in 2010?
Yeah.
Have you seen...
to know an awful lot about Manchester United for some reason. Sport.
I don't know. I actually do know all about this. I was just pretending I didn't, so it would seem really natural on the show. Right, thanks for ruining that illusion. Did you see how the Glazers have bought it?
Yeah.
It's outright like stealing.
Yeah.
So
it's a business.
I know, but we'll say this just for on the podcast because it fucks me up. It really annoys me. I know it's a business, but it's annoying. Right? They took out a loan to buy the company, but they're
making the company pay the loan back.
They strip the company of assets to pay the loan. And also, if they ever defunct on the loan, it's the club that has to pay it.
Yeah.
How the fuck?
They took a loan out in the stadium straight away, and the stadium was actually paid for by the supporters.
Yeah.
So
and
it was like a...
They haven't invested any money for transfers either.
I mean, you can look at most clubs. I mean, my club, Celtic, look at them and say they were set up to pay for food, for charitable things.
Yeah. And that's the worst thing Celtic ever did.
But no, it's the point of it is they're a business now. I mean, that's all it's about. The investors and the directors, there's none of them really Celtic, man. They're just there for the money.
I just hate big level financial fuckery where you're just stealing from people, but because you're good at finance, it's okay.
Yeah.
And I know it's more complicated than that, but on the print, like, seems like, well, actually, if you do this tax law and you fucking put it under this account, it's like, fuck you.
Yeah. Arsenal's one of the biggest examples, and nobody's even mentioned it. They changed their whole like way of business. And now they were just at the stage where they just care about getting into the Champions League and getting that money every year and getting a dividend. They don't care about winning it. Like, so their idea,
which is good because they fucking won't.
No, but you know what I mean. It was like a football team was always meant to go out there and just try their best with the means that they have.
Yeah,
you know.
And now you've still got teams kind of still doing that, competing with
Rangers were the first ones that really like went for it, and they were spending all this money, but then it turned out that they weren't paying tax. Mm-hmm. So they were run by a big businessman, David Murray, who obviously knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
And he actually tried to do a breakaway from the SPL.
And join the English League?
No. He took like 6 teams in the SPL and says, let's just go away and we'll form our own shit here. And it was just to get more money.
Yeah.
You know, and they were called the Rebels, so it was Celtic, Rangers, Hearts, Hibs.
I'm surprised Rangers signed up for that just out of principle.
Rangers were the ones that fucking...
No, but I mean, they're called the Rebels. I'm like, we're not called something else.
We're not be called the Fusiliers or something.
Yeah.
But it's no big businesses are like that. That's just... I know. They're just corrupt and they're just...
But I get real Bernie Sanders with it. It really annoys me. I don't... Do you know what? I'm not someone who's like, so people should...
Are you a socialist then?
Within a point. I don't think any political theory works 100%, but I would like to pick elements from it. I would like a Swedish model of living. Right. That kind of socialism where there is affordable healthcare that, you know, they help their homeless.
Right.
And they help their unemployed. And there's the living wages, what the living wage should be.
Right.
I like that.
Are you going to run for fucking council or something?
I'd be great.
Who would you fucking...
But I'd get in and just be caught straight away sniffing coke.
Who would you join? Of all the parties, or would you form your own party?
Here's why I never got into politics. I don't like parties. Because at some point you are going to have to compromise your value to agree with someone else. Which of course you are, because if you don't...
You have to totally lay in a party.
But then by the end of the time, you've compromised.
I just think once you get over 2 people, there's always going to be conflict.
That's why I don't like political parties. I think I make a shot for saying this. It's one of Sinn Féin's biggest flaws. Is there's the party line and don't you dare to far from it. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean?
But I think they're all like that.
I agree, but they're really strict with it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Whereas the UP, they're strict, they'll give you a chip, but there few of them will say...
Fuck, they're strict,
they'll say some mad shit.
Don't you dare fucking put a rainbow flag at the fucking window.
How would they deal with
I'll stick a fucking twister lolly up your fucking dude.
You just talking to me now? If there's a question, if you're gonna get an ice lolly shoved up your home...
Which one would it be?
Yeah.
Twister, definitely.
Twister would fit in.
Rib for other people.
Someone got one of those jubblies. I'm fucking right.
The mad thing about a twister is the insane. It's like a dog stick. It's like a wee lipstick pops out when you suck it right there.
I have like 5 questions for you that we can't record. The best thing about a twister, it's like a dog stick when you suck it.
And the wee lipstick pops out. 3 red pellets in it.
Look how happy he is with himself.
all stories last week of like loving animals and stuff.
It's all coming to the fore now, isn't it?
Then like someone's gonna do like a super clip of you saying you love animals and I'll be like, we knew all the time he was the Jimmy Savile of animals.
A couple of dogs coming out going. It's like we've blacked out this German Shepherd's face so he can't be recognised. It's just a German Shepherd in front of a fucking plane. His voice is played by Shane Todd. Did you see Shane Todd done the voiceover of some guy that joined the UVF? Did you ever see it?
No.
Oh mate, I read a video about some kid who joined the UVF and they done a story that his voice was played by an actor. And then the voice comes on, and it's no way Shane looks like everybody. So there's somebody that looks like Shane. This guy sounds like Shane. And I was like, fuck, Shane must have done. Can we get a clip yet? Have you heard this?
Faces are still on the walls, and their grip on some communities remains.
Just listen.
Most people are too scared to tell their story, but I've been talking to one young man. As a teenager, he joined the junior wing of the UVF. It was during the time of the flags protest 8 years ago. He says that decision ruined his life. We can hear now what he has to say, but to protect his identity, his words are spoken by someone else.
I regret it big time. I tried to leave myself when I turned 18, but these people make up any excuse for you not to go. Like, you haven't been involved in it.
he said that it isn't him.
It isn't him, but it
is not him.
Play it, let me hear more of it.
It's impossible to say no. You know what these people are capable of.
That's him.
Even these things, there is no way out.
And he said the recent violence on both sides of the peace line showed...
Wouldn't it be a gag, right? If it was him, right? That the second bit when they go back, he puts on Make My Gold.
Do you know what, mate?
Do you know what, mate? I was once up in Ulster's ground and shouting with a red hand, give it the hoop, give it the hoop.
We are the YCP.
I wonder what the UVF would be like in Hollywood. Like, would it be like just a different kind of... Would it... No way, like... What would they're a different class up there, you know what I mean? Like, fuck that shit. We're not doing petrol bombs or having bonfires and stuff like that. We're just like, yeah, no surrender, and all that. Jolly good lads.
They'll do polite loyalism, which is someone marries a Catholic and they're like,
you can't really do that.
This is that potty, he's one of the other kind.
They go around collecting off Terry Bradley and all the businesses in Hollywood are like, Terrence, Any chance of getting that money off you this week for protection?
They're just making bonfires out of like craft beer boxes.
What will happen if I don't pay it? Well, we'll tell everyone. We'll tell everyone that you haven't paid your inland revenue bill. Oh, don't. I'll give you some money. But it's fucking hilarious. It's hilarious. He did address it. He says it wasn't him, like, but fuck me, that is...
I just don't believe it's not him.
He would do anything for a couple of quid, like. It just seems like he was in... It just seems
give him a dog and a twister lolly. See what he does.
It just seems like one of them ones where him and Dave's been sitting there, no, and they were like, Shane, when you have 2 minutes, listen, Mark Simpson done a thing there, and we need a voiceover, but like the only people we have is Nolan, Big Dave. You know, we need somebody to sound like a kid. Can you do Dean, the character? Could you imagine Hannah done Dean? Alright, fuck off.
I love that character.
Oh, fuck.
I love that. Fucking...
Where were we even going, man?
I can't remember. You said something. You started talking about that. Now I've lost my
chain of thought.
I thought, well, we're talking about Man United. That's the thing.
And then ended up a bit changing.
So I wanted to ask you, right? In light of Arlene Foster resigning, do you have any stories about getting fired, seeing someone quit, firing someone? I have a story that involves you.
Right.
If you want me to tell that,
yeah, you tell.
So me and Kieran Bartlett were meeting up for coffee, because that's where you're going to meet Kieran Bartlett if you're meeting him any. If you're ever going to assassinate Kieran Bartlett, it's at a coffee shop.
No, if you want to have a talk with Kieran, you have to offer a coffee and a wee bun or something, like, don't you?
He never gets wee buns, man. He always just gets
he
coffee.
doesn't like eating in front of you.
Oh really? I'm the same, to be fair.
Doesn't like eating in front of you.
Yeah, I do that. I don't like eating in front of the people.
I remember doing like the play with him, and I was like, how's he fat? So he hasn't had anything like all day. We would have been there. Aye,
but he wouldn't even for it.
Doesn't.
So we would. You're getting the coffee. Me and him were getting the coffee. He's talking about shit, and you came in with a guy from your work site.
Yeah.
And me and Kieran, so we're trying to be like all chummy, like, oh Paddy, what's happening? I was trying to have a bit of crack, like, fuck me, they'll let anyone in here and all that sort of banter. And you're like, right boys, and didn't really look at us.
Yeah.
And we were like, that's a bit weird, is he annoyed at us?
Yeah.
And then throughout the next hour while we were there, and you were literally like, I was looking at you like this, because that's the way we were seeing it, and you were just like not acknowledging us, and by the end of it we were like what the fuck's going on? Do you want to tell everyone why you actually weren't speaking to me?
It was mental because on top of everything else, right, I basically had to take this lunatic off site who was going mental and tell him that he wasn't working there no more.
What was he doing that was mental?
I don't know, just assaulting people randomly.
Fucking just assaulted? Like just would smack someone?
Say like he was sent in to do an apartment, right, the second fix an apartment, right, he would fucking go in and a tailor would already be in there. And he would sort of like start lifting the stuff and fucking it out in the hall and be like, I was told to do work in here. You fucking don't be in here. I was fucking doing work. I have to do work. Like, there's none of this going in and saying, here, mate, are you working here? Right, okay, I'm going to go down and tell them that somebody's already working in there and I can't do it. You just go in and fucking go mad. So it was like, you need to get rid of him. So
was he like smacking people?
Yeah. So it says can you do it? Can you take this guy and tell him he's sacked? And I was like, how the fuck did I get that? He likes you, hear me? Yeah, but he won't like me. That's the thing. So hear me, right? I'll bring him down, get him something to eat, and then tell him the crack. And we went into that place you were in, and it was like a fucking hipster fucking place, and I didn't know. And it was like, can I get 2 soups? And she was like, well, today we have cream of fucking frog spawn and fucking potato chili moss peat.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck's that? I mean, just, have you got any stew? Yeah, we have a sweet potato and Moroccan couscous stew. And I was like, you're not just got ordinary fucking stew, no. You just give me the Moroccan stew in, right? And it was spicy as fuck. So you two were there in my eye line, and I knew you were staring at me, and I knew I was being a prick, but I couldn't go in all chirpy and fucking, well, that's happening.
Because we were just like across the restaurant, like just heckling you.
And I was like, fuck me, and I'm trying to tell this fella in nice terms, get the fuck. And and he was constantly going, this is fucking roasting, this fucking stuff is burning the fucking mouth.
going, I'm fucking stinking. It's like,
He did. He was fucking going mad. And I was like, fucking meant to soften the blow, and I've got him a fucking thing, and it's fucking blowing the mouth of him. And these two fucking clampets are sitting there giving me the fucking eye. So it ended up he fucking didn't get told until that night by a phone call. I couldn't like do it there and then because it just didn't work out. So it didn't work out now, in fact.
Well, could you not tell him?
No.
No.
I was trying to, but he wasn't taking a hint because he was too worried about the Moroccan stew fucking burning his mouth.
That's such a you thing to happen.
I know.
Like it's such a clusterfuck of things, and you. That's amazing.
100%.
Have you any? Well, that was your story, but can you think of anyone?
Somebody getting fired or
Yeah.
one of the most stupid ones was Andre was working for a plumber, and he asked me to fit like a kitchen area in his offices, and I was in working building these offices for a kitchen, and he left the apprentice in the office, and there was a box of work trousers, and he went through the box of work trousers and lifted like 3 of them out, and I seen him doing it. And we finished work that day, and then the next morning when I come in, the guy Andre was working for says to me, "Can I have a word with you?" And I went in and he says, "Listen, I had a box of work trousers out there," and he says, "I went to get a pair for the new starts this morning, and there's 3 of them missing." And I was like, right. And I don't like touting people. Like, I literally don't like it.
Yeah.
It's really difficult for me to say to somebody, "Well, do you know what, he done that."
Yeah.
And I was like, no, I didn't take them. I says, "What size are they?" And he was like, "They're like a 32. And I went, "Well, it definitely wasn't." Because I'm like a 36. So
Yeah.
his mate wasn't me. I took him, and he was like, "Right, okay." And I was sitting going to myself, how am I getting out of this? Because he's going to think it's me that took them trousers, right? Even if they're not my size, because he's going to go, well, he's took the trousers and he sold them to somebody.
Yeah.
Because he's not that stupid to wear them in here or take the ones in his size. And they were like Snickers trousers, so they were like 60, 70 quid each.
They were like, yeah.
Your wee mom walked in 10 minutes later wearing a pair of the trousers. And I went, I don't even have to tighten them. So he walked into the room, and the next minute I heard your mom going, "What the fuck? Where did you get them trousers?" And he was like, "I bought them." And he was like, "You bought them?" And he was like, "Yeah, I bought them. I bought them in a shop last night." And he says, "You bought them Pacific trousers, them grey trousers. What shop did you buy them in?" And he was like, "I bought them in some shop over in like North Belfast. My granda brought me over to it." Your granda brought you over, right? Well, your granda knows where it is then, because if he brought you to it, ring your granda and all, right? And your mom was like, "I'm not ringing my granda, you'd be in bed." And he's going, "You didn't fucking buy them trousers. Listen, you tell me the truth." And your mom standing in the room going, "No, I fucking didn't." And he went, "You know what, fuck this." And he phoned like the college that he got him from, because he was an apprentice. And he phoned his dad, and it ended up his granda came, right? His
Right.
granda came in the thing. And he says, he told me, now just before we go any further, right? So the tech guy came in the thing. He says, he told me that he bought them last night in North Belfast, and you brought him here. And his granda went, he fucking told me he stole 3 pairs out of it. And the next minute I was like, "Get the fuck out! Get out! I want the trousers!" And the wee lad was like, "I don't have anything else to wear." And he went, "I don't give a fuck about the trousers." And the wee lad was like, I'm not walking out of here to get into my granda's car with nothing on." And he was like, "Yeah, lad, you have your boxers on." He says, "I don't wear boxers." And here he was, "Aye, because you weren't able to get to my trunk drawer and steal my fucking trunks as well, you fucker." And it was dead embarrassing. Like, he cleared the office out to do this, and your wee man had to walk out past us. And about 3 or 4 years later, the wee lad ended up on the door with me as a doorman.
What?
And I said to him, I remember, and he denied that it was him.
Yeah.
And I was like, "No, it fucking is you. It 100% was you." He says, No, it wasn't. And I was like, the guy I was working for, I says, like, he hasn't come back near me because he's a fucking tea leaf, like.
Aye.
Literally, like, you couldn't trust that guy because he's just going to fucking lie to your face. It's
Yeah.
me, it's not happening. If he had a laughed and went, "I know that was me, I was a fucking stupid wee fucker," or something, you know, didn't it? Was like, no, it wasn't me. 100%.
His granda just immediately going,
His
"Am I
granda's
fuck getting involved?"
His grand struck in and says, "He fucking told me he stole the other minute." But it was embarrassing
clip
because
for
it
this
was
week,
like
Michael.
done out of all that there, do you know what I mean? But the fact that like, they had the name of the company on them and all, it wasn't even like you couldn't have bought them anywhere else.
It's like walking in with like a JD sports top if you work
mate,
there.
yes, basically. Do you know what I mean?
We'll get with a lot this week.
Yep.
So we may get some questions out of the way. Do you want me to go on the Mudblood Instagram first?
Oh, if you want them.
No worries. Okay, so we have a lot here.
Yep.
Right, do you know what? I appreciate every question we'll get. I really do. You know what? Don't. Some of them are fucking dreadful. So I'm gonna read out some of the worst ones. As is tradition, shag, marry or kill, Edwin, Jeffrey or Gavin.
Well, that's different.
Have we not made clear we don't enjoy shag, marry, kill questions?
If they would give you better options,
I'd shag Edwin because I know he'd hate it.
And you thought it was weird me talking about a fucking
Plus he has the
a
ears.
lollipop that looked like a dog's dick.
Yeah, because I'm doing it out. Yeah, I did think that was weird, Paddy. Yeah, no matter what I say, that's going to be weird.
You just says that you would bang Edwin Pooch.
I just said I'd fuck a
because
man.
it
You
was
said you
annoying.
fucked dog. You said lollipops reminds you of dogs' dicks.
You should be able to fuck whatever you want these days, should we not?
I said
So is it wrong then to fuck a dog, but it's not a man?
yeah. Can a dog consent?
Yeah,
I can't.
yeah.
Can't.
Can you ask a dog to sit? Can you ask it to give it your paw?
No, you can tell it. You can't go sorry. Sorry. If a dog comes in the room, you won't go sorry, mate. Would you mind having a seat?
And I go,
That's how you hear it.
you ever watch
It'll go. And then
watch
piss
Scooby-Doo?
everywhere. It's a dog. Oh yeah, that's one of
Dogs
my.
aren't that
It's one
bad.
of my favorite
You're
documentaries.
obviously- You're obviously not a fucking dog person.
No, I have.
The shag, marry, kill next week's gonna be like three famous dogs. It's gonna be like Clifford.
And shag Scooby-Doo and kill Scrappy.
Well, you can't. Scrappy's a manor. You couldn't.
You can't kill anyone. There's no age you turn and it's legal to kill them.
I was talking about raiding him, you know.
Well, I said kill. I said I'll shag Scooby. You're 18, you can legally be murdered.
What's the worst meal you've ever had in Belfast?
It would have to be from like, do you ever get you're on a night out and it's like 3 a.m,
Mate,
and there's somewhere that's just open?
But you don't even know.
Yeah, because you're so fucked.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that wouldn't be that couldn't be like the worst meal. I don't think the worst meal I've ever had was in Belfast. That's why it's hard for me to think of it. Genuinely, most places you go in Belfast is half decent.
Yeah, there's nowhere shocking I've been. I do not. I've been the rest. I'm like a glass half full kind of person, right? So even if a meal's shite, unless I've paid mega money for it, I'm still like, alright, it's not gonna ruin my fucking day.
We went to this one in America. It was called the Reef, right? It was like in the top 50 at restaurants in America, which makes it pretty
outside of
nifty, right?
millions like that.
So that this guy was like, oh, you can't get a reservation in it and stuff like that. And I was like, fuck's sake, sort me out. So your mom's like, okay,
Show us the dagger.
This guy, he owned fucking a few pubs and stuff, so he pulled a few strings to get me in. And me and Andrew went to it, and we ordered steak. And I swear to God, it was like rare, medium rare. Then I was like, well done. I burnt the piece, right? And we went in and we ordered 2 steaks, and I swear to God, it came out and it was swimming in blood, like swimming. And I was like, I think that there was like $100 for that steak each. I said, fuck that. And it was it was called the Reef, and it was all glass. The roof was glass, and this was all glass. It was out on a beach. And I said, excuse me, mate. He was like, yes. I was like, that steak, or that's not well done, mate. You may send that back. 19, redhead, sunburnt, Irish lad, you know.
Okay, sir.
And
Yeah.
he's like, okay, and he lifts it, and he goes back with it. He comes back again with a steak. And I literally think he walked in one door and came back out.
Aye.
So at that stage, I'm like, so you think I'm a fucking stupid Irishman? So the rage is hanging out of me. Yeah. And I'm just like, just don't say it. I'm just don't eat it. I went, oh, hold on. That's $100. I'm fucking eating it. And it's going to be the way I want it. And she went, well, if they bring it back in there now, they're going to kick it about and piss on it and do whatever they're going to do, like. And they're going to cook it and then they're going to bring it out again. So, I mean, you just got to leave it. And I went, no, it's not happening. So I said, excuse me, your man back. And he was like, I was like, mate, a fucking steak, like, that's a second time. I may get that in there and get it sorted. And he says, the chef won't take it back. He says that's well done and that's well done. You have no idea what the chef's like. And I says, is that right? I says, see if that was well done, it wouldn't do this. And I fucked it at this last window in the restaurant, and it stuck. It stuck, and then it just slid down the window, and I was like, would it do that if it was fucking well done? And it bounced off the fucking thing, right? And the whole restaurant just sort of was looking, and I turned back, and Andre had get up and walked out. It was just like, away. So then I get up to walk out, and then the next minute the phone to cops because
You didn't pay for your steak that you threw at the wall?
or Andrew's drink or my drink. Which was a whole big fucking rigmarole with the cops, and then I was like, come on, I'll show you the fucking steak, it's still stuck. He's going to the cop and he's like, sir, you gotta calm down. You gotta calm down. And I was like, fucking calm down, the fucking meat's red as fuck. Blood's pacing out, the fucking egg's still moving.
I was all on your side up until you just picked the steak up and fucked it in the window. You probably
really
would have got a steak at that point, but I feel doing that, you lost.
No, it just ate already, made a cunt out of me. I didn't like it.
I can see why Andre was like, please just leave it, because she knew you were going to do like something fucking ballistic.
The best one I ever done in America was Pizza Hut.
What'd you do?
Well, me and my mates had this thing for years. The Pizza Hut, you just didn't pay on it, right? So you would do the whole thing.
We had this thing where we just steal from a restaurant.
So it was like, do you know what? And it was you know, one of them ones where everybody would leave, so it was to see who would stay till the very end.
Aye.
So it was always between me and Heskey who would leave last, and it got to the stage where the two of us ended up just walking out, like Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kids. You know, we'd walk out together. So we'd done it. We're doing it everywhere, all over England. Stag do's, Celtic away matches, stuff like that. And the Pizza Hut, bump, go mad, right?
Was it always Pizza Hut?
Oh, that was the thing. It was just Pizza Hut because the way they had it, their till was always at the back, right?
Yeah.
So what happened was,
Oh, so you don't have to pass it your way out?
exactly,
Right.
so that they go out the back. The till was always out the back, right? And this is why Pizza Hut changed it, by the way, 100%.
Because of him.
Because of us, right? Because Celtic done well in Europe that year, and we fucking done it everywhere, right? But we, I went to America, and we went out with all Andrea's ones and all fucking uncles or aunts and everything. And there was this Russian guy called Igor, right? And he was serving us, but he was a fucking cheeky bastard, right? He was just fucking stuffed out. And you know when somebody's getting on your coat and you can just tell he just was going, oh, these bastards, you know, he just didn't care. So they're all ordering pizzas and we're doing whatever. And at the end of it, I was like, listen, I'm going to sort this out. And everybody was like, Paddy's really nice and all. And they're all going, oh, he's a lovely guy, Andrew, and all. And I was like, oh, and everybody going, sir, I get it, right? But the till was at the fucking front door in America, right? And I was like, fuck. I didn't realise that. I mean, right, okay. So your man came over and I says, here, what about the bill here? And he says, yeah, there's your receipt, you pay it on the way out. And I says, right. He said, what about a tip? Did I give it to you? And he says, yeah. So I took out $20 and gave him it, because it was like $200 for the grub.
10% tip, yeah.
So I give him $20 and he went, and put it in his pocket. And I went, cheeky fucker, right? So I was like, I went, fuck it. So I get over the till. And the wee girl was like, hi. And I was like, how's it going? I says, listen, I'm actually friends with Igor, our server. And he says, do not worry about this. He's going to take care of it from his tips. And she went, what? And I went, oh, I'm friends with him. So he went, I don't know what you mean. And I was like, Igor. And he turned around and he went, yeah. Like this, brushing me off. And she went, okay then. And I jumped in the car. But then I was shaping myself because we had like 30 minutes to get back to where we were going, to all the houses with the family. And I was like, how good am I to the whole family here? What happens if the cops fucking pull us in? They're like, he didn't pay for any of the food, and all our aunts and uncles got in trouble. So it was fucking kicking me bags.
Did you get away with it?
Got away with it, and then we done it in Liverpool. Celtic played Liverpool and beat them 2-0, and we all went in and we ripped the arse out of it. Like, I mean, ripped the arse out of it. There was about 30 of us, and we were sending drinks over to the other tables, and the last two people to leave was me and Heskey, and I was like, I'm not leaving. He says, never mind. And we had ordered like 5 pizzas each and didn't eat them and all. It was a ridiculous amount that we had done. So everybody had been getting up and leaving. Me and him just sat there, and then we sent the wee girl for 2 more cokes. When she went out the back, we got up and walked outside. We got outside, the manager was standing there smoking with the cops and a big paddy wagon, and all the rest of the boys were in the back of it. And he was like, it's fucking Liverpool, do you think we don't fucking know what you're doing, you super cunt? I had to phone my man and fucking give me money and all. Like, it was fucking like 80 quid each or something.
What the fuck had you ordered?
Everything. We sent drinks to the other tables. We were ordering like pizza and tasting it and going, don't like that, give us another one. No, it was just, we were all just drunk and stupid. And that was it. And it was sort of like Pizza Hut got back every penny that they deserved to get from all them years in one go in Liverpool. So it was like fucking ridiculous.
I love how the manager wasn't even phased.
No, he knew exactly what was going down. We were that drunk and stupid the way we were doing it.
You weren't even being tactful about it.
Do you know what he said? He said something like, lads, you just fucking made my Tuesday night. It was like a Tuesday or Thursday night, I can't remember. He was like, we wouldn't have made fucking half that money. You know, because we just fucking made him a fucking mint. He was laughing, thinking fuck.
Oh, how good would you feel if you were him? I would have fucking roasted you if I were him.
It was one of them ones, it was like, he was like, fucking Scooby-Doo in the fucking squad of fucking in the mystery machine standing saying, here, pulling the mask off. I got away with it, wasn't you pesky fucking Liverpool.
Let's see, what else? Last one for literally the only other question that's not about Jamie Lee Weir. Why don't you apply to the Fela? And that's why. And do a live podcast.
At the would actually.
Would they do that?
You can ask them whether they would promote it or not.
Yeah.
I don't know because of what was speaking it.
Yeah,
but the fact that there's a prawn and like that.
We would do.
Who wouldn't?
I wouldn't do like.
Why would you change what you do?
I would still be dirty and swear and stuff. I wouldn't change that. I would change the things that we have to edit that you say.
Why?
Because you can't do that. Because that's why we edit them. Could we do that?
You could ask them. I don't know if they
I have no idea. Well, the guy who asked me, James Irwin, get DM us privately if you know how to do that.
I know how to do it. James Irwin doesn't sound like a name that would know how to do
I
that.
don't know. He
I'm
asked
surprised he even knew how to spell Fela.
You've got questions?
Yes. Loads of them. So I don't even know if we're going to get through it all. What do you make of the idiots going for drink on a day like that? Listen, a drink's a drink.
Is it?
It is. If you want to drink, you'll fucking do it no matter what.
I wouldn't have done it on a day like that. But fuck it, some people have been working and this is the first pubs have been open for 4 months, so that someone's just put the fucking Huffy head on like, no, won't go!
There is fucking idiots out there, of course.
Absolutely.
Let me see. There's that many here. Let me see. Same again. Shag, Mario, Kill, Arlene, Michelle, Mary Lou. Is William doing a sequel to the Smickline video from years ago?
Nah.
No.
Because
there you go.
I was 15 when I made it.
I've never seen it.
You ever seen my old Facebook videos? It's going to remain that way. They're fucking awful. Don't watch them.
Right, okay.
But thank you for the guy who enjoyed them. I'm very ashamed of them.
That's it. Now that Arlene isn't the big dog anymore, are you going to take your relationship public? Bit strange that we're talking about dogs and then now you're talking about relationships.
All I'm saying is there's a pattern emerging, Patrick.
There's.
Of you.
It's a bit rough, to be honest. Who would win in a tag team boxing match? You and William or Paddy Barnes and Carl Frampton?
Who would win in a boxing match? A disabled person and a taxi driver, or like two of the best fighters in the country?
It would be like in wrestling whenever there was like a team and the guy never got tagged, jump into the fucking ring and the other one just doing all the fighting.
Yeah, when they had like a celebrity wrestling and they would team him with like Triple H.
Yeah. She'd be the wee
I'd be the tag.
Yeah. You and Paddy Barnes and they would just throw me and Carlin.
Yeah. That's exactly how
I reckon I'd beat him now.
Do you know what? I wouldn't do a boxing match. I would learn how to work a wrestling match. That's the most I would do.
Why would you like to rub about with somebody sweaty on the ground?
I'm gonna teach you some wrestling and I'm deliberately gonna wreck you to do it.
You're fucking not going nowhere near me.
If I dress up like a dog, will you do it?
Maybe. What's your opinion on maybe Village of Carnlough, Paddy? Any stories? I've mountains of stories about that.
What's just off the top of your head? I don't know where it is.
Probably the most famous one is whenever I was like 4. Our caravan was on this road called White Hill, right? And there was cows in a field and there was a 4-foot wall down into the field. And all the kids from the caravan site used to go down. There used to be loads of big cow sheds. And the crack was you would throw stones into the cow shed, it would stick in it. So we all just stood and fucking threw stones didn't have
Easier
PlayStation.
days, simpler times.
Yes, didn't have mobiles, didn't have anything to distract
We had
us.
stones and we had cow shite, that's all
and
we
was it.
needed.
So me being me wanted to have a bigger explosion than everybody else, and I'm only 4, and I lifted a fucking priest block and walked over to a 4-foot wall, leaned over to drop the priest block, but obviously the priest block weighed more than me, so when I leaned over the wall, I tumbled and went face first into the cow shit. So everybody run, like my 2 older sisters all run and left me because I fucking jumped up and was like, face covered in shit, right? Cow shit everywhere. It was in my mouth, up my nose, in my ears, it was all down my clothes. I was completely covered. So I'm running up towards the caravan site. Now, this
Oh,
is
she's gonna be sick.
this is the early 80s. Like our caravan just about had running water in it.
Yeah. And you showed up here
And
doing cow shit.
and cow shit, all these flies around me, right? And my mum was like, what the fuck am I meant to do with that? So she had to get like buckets of water and just sort of clean me, and I had to go home to Belfast in my dad's van with a black bag wrapped around me.
Because they couldn't clean you.
I had no clothes. It was just really like we were down for like a day to lock up or something. It was just so. But I've loads of stories from Carnlough because I grew up basically most summers going to Carnlough. Me and my dad worked on the chapel, so it's one of them wee sort of places that
Nice wee place.
it's like home from home in a sense.
Yeah, that's Groomsport for me. Because I had a caravan down there.
Oh, of course you did.
What do you mean?
I'm just saying, of
What
course
do you
you
mean?
did. I'm just saying. Look, there's not many people I
Just because I'm not swanton bombing into cow shit.
Let me just say, there was no one I knew growing up who had a caravan in Groomsport
That's fair enough.
or Kilkeel.
There was no one I knew growing up who would do a frog splash in a big pile of shade either. So it's. You make it sound like anything
opinions
Protestant is
on
really
Jamie
fancy,
Lee
isn't it?
Weir. Like Jamie Lee Weir is different from Jamie Lee, isn't it?
No, it's just her,
No,
but
Jamie
with a
Lee.
second name.
No, Jamie Lee Weir is the actress from Derry Girls.
I really don't think it is, Paddy.
I think she is. And do you know what? Because they were in another one with another wee West Belfast. It was like students in Belfast in the Holy Lands, and she was in a show.
No, her name's Jamie Lee O'Donnell.
Is it?
Yeah, Jamie Lee Weir is the one you've spent
Is
20
it?
minutes talking about.
Daphne.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. That's every question we got this week was about that video.
I just hope that Jamie Lee Weir had a good time getting drunk. In her
I
head,
hope
so.
everybody
And she gets
got
home
fucked that
safe.
night.
Yep. If you could swap bodies for a day with each other, what would you do?
I just walk up and downstairs to see what it feels like.
I would have a disabled wank.
No, you wouldn't. You'd squeeze it with 2 fingers and get bored.
I would definitely park in all the disabled spots.
Would you? Yeah.
Just do all the things that you can do as a disabled person.
That's pretty much it.
Is it?
You can
Is it?
skip the line in airports.
That's
about it.
You can be a real cunt to people. Like, you know.
I don't look disabled enough that I can get away with it. And plus, I'm a nice wee lad. I wouldn't do that.
You wouldn't do it.
I'm a lovely fella. What would I would just build shit because I can't build anything.
Yeah. That's good.
So I would just build loads of things.
You'd be too busy chasing dogs. Nah, mate. I'm damn with her by the time I think of one, I'll be like a blue bottle. Right,
Why is he
okay.
responding to that like you're talking to him?
Yeah. And
See, the thing is, like, you are a da, right? You know, you're old, your like listeners are just all das. So it's just people who like don't know how to use social media. So he gets people like DMing him in response to the questions.
Funny.
They're like, not much, but just in with the kids. And it's like, we're talking about the podcast.
nah, I think he was being cheeky, like sort of, nah, fuck that, I'm not doing that.
I don't think it's not.
Funniest stories about building sites on the tools. Sold out, mate. Go and watch it.
That's next month.
Have you what?
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Have you ever been tamed for running to the shop as a child? Go, I'll tame me. I know it was an old saying. Do you know what you used to say? Go quick. I'll tame me. Go.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Count to 10.
I get you.
Right,
Go
okay.
get me figs. Yeah.
Can you get Arlene on as a guest for a 3-way conversation? Of course.
No, but a threesome, yes.
I would ask her. I doubt very much that Arlene would want to come to my house in West Belfast and be in a shed with us two.
I should be alright with me. You're the problem.
Maybe if I put a boiler in, she would come. Evo stick, bush stick, or damp start. Evo stick.
What the what?
It's a glue sniffing joke.
Right, okay, sorry.
Do you think Northern Ireland will
For not knowing that.
will now here's the important bit. I may be getting this wrong. Do you think Northern Ireland will SE another 100 years?
Right. I'm gonna say no, but that's genuinely because I think China will take over in the
China's
next
not
20.
taking over.
You're saying that now?
Have you ever seen the film The Foreigner?
Yeah.
China doesn't win against Iraq.
Yes, they did.
They didn't.
What movie did you watch?
He didn't kill him, did he?
No, but that was his point. Was his thing? You don't need to kill people to,
I didn't get that.
achieve your means. Despite the fact he had killed so many people
Well, to get at him.
get at him, but then his
Give me names.
yeah.
How done this?
So fucking. Doesn't even sound. See, that's a fucking great. I love that film.
Do you like it?
To turn your brain off and just watch, great. Pierce Brosnan does a good Jerry Adams.
But it's Jerry
That's it.
Adams with Martin McGuinness. It's that bit I don't get. It looks like Jerry Adams,
Yeah,
but it's Martin McGuinness.
it's Martin McGuinness' voice.
No, it's Martin McGuinness because he was deputy head or something.
Right, yeah. I think that really it was like they never said it, but it
They
is.
spoiled it
You
for
are
me.
the Ra.
Spoiled it for me, like
Why? It's not,
Because-
it's not real.
because like if it had to be Martin McGuinness, right? God rest him, but it'd have whacked him. Like Martin McGuinness looked like a hard cunt, like didn't he? He didn't hate away.
Yeah,
from it.
but he's not.
It was like hold on.
He's not Jackie Chan who's
He
trained
was-
in like
he
3.
was- I know, but fuck me. He's from Derry.
Right, see, right. I don't cut right. I don't feel I'm being silly and saying Jackie Chan would kick the fuck out of Martin McGuinness
I don't think he would.
in his prime.
I don't think
Prime
so.
Jackie Chan.
I don't think so.
Shut up.
I don't.
Shush. I'm not even entertaining. This is a disgust. Have you seen Jackie Chan in like the 70s?
Yes.
Where
was
he's
no-
jumping into the air
He
and
was
doing
no
fly
Bruce
kicks.
Lee. I know, but even just people there.
Bruce Lee's the only one better than him.
Right.
That's how good he
You
is.
could just see Jackie Chan, right, walking up into the Cragen,
Yeah.
right, in the middle of all the trouble, right.
Yeah.
They're free Derry, fucking all this, right.
Yeah, that's a really
and he
good
comes
Jackie
up
Chan.
and he goes, "Whee, fucking Derry." And American is like, "I'm fucking." He's like, "I'm fucking Jackie Chan," and he goes, "Fuck you, bing."
Same
Just
person.
fucking shoot him. And then what it does is sound the same.
Nah, there's no way Jackie Chan didn't know how to disarm someone. So he wouldn't be in a real fight going,
So-
he would just fucking kick your liver into your fucking
why
throat.
didn't the Brits just get Jackie Chan then to come and fucking decommission the rat then?
Because he's not a one-man army. I don't know who you think Jackie Chan is.
Just see, it's disgusting. It's like pulled a memory from my brain of like one of the most like smacked out things from school. Right, I remember like being in school and this clip going about YouTube. It was from a show called Deadliest Warrior. And it was like the IRA.
Wait,
versus
first-
the Taliban.
We'll put that here because we're watching that. This is the IRA versus
Yeah,
the
right, beat
Taliban.
Debate them.
And I remember being in school and everybody going like, "See your ass, fucking class."
Right, so what's the rules of this
The
game?
rules is what happens is they basically it was like an American thing where they go, who would win between the Ra and the Taliban? We're gonna find out. Right?
Right, so the IRA are using flamethrowers, lighting the Taliban on fire.
See?
Right, so the IRA guys just stab one of the Taliban through the throat. Why are you saying see like this is an actual like recounting of a war that happened?
Well, obviously the Americans
See? Proof?
obviously
Fuck you talking about?
obviously the Americans know what they're talking about here, like. Do you know what I mean?
The IRA just won with a car bomb?
Yeah, look at your man. It's Martin McGuinness.
I can't get over you just going, see? Evidence!
Here, honestly, this week, go and watch it. There was a cameraman went to meet with the Taliban,
Yeah.
right, in Afghanistan, and he was wearing a Celtic cap underneath his top, and one of them went, Celtic, and next minute, there's a whole documentary about it, and you knew all the players, and he was like, hold on a wee second, are you telling me? And they were like, oh yes, we support Celtic, yes. And he was like, fuck off.
See,
right?
they're all terrorist bastards,
Yeah,
all of
yeah,
them.
the whole
That's
lot.
all I've said.
But it turned out he was like, why did you know about Celtic? And they're like, Celtic support Palestine. We love Palestine. So you'll have Bin Laden in a wee cave somewhere, and you'll have a picture of JFK and a picture of
Neil Lennon.
Neil Lennon and fucking a Panini thing. You know, where's the Rangers? Oh, we're fucking burning them bastards.
I've got
a retro NTL top.
I got the Henrik Larsson bastard.
Yes,
That's Japanese, what am I doing?
Aye, Bin Laden, he has a wee dog in the corner. What do you call your dog? Larson.
What, was it Freddie Longbird? Did he play
Right.
for
Do you think Northern Ireland will see another 100 years? Yes or no?
No.
No. Right. Okay. Sorry, Neil. Should tell the story about you being stuck in the toilet at one of the Irish shops. Yes. Well, it's on YouTube. So, what's the stupidest thing you've ever done? Something you regretted as soon as you done it?
I have a tendency to... there's no specific incident. I will break stuff in really stupid ways. Like, say there's like a light tube, I'll just pick it up and like snap it and be like, oh, that breaks it.
Right.
And I do that all the fucking time. I can't think of a specific incident where I've done something and immediately went, I've fucked up. It's usually from me saying something and someone's got really offended by it, and I'm like, fuck, I shouldn't have said that. Not now. But I can't think of a time.
I'm not answering it.
It was a
Right.
wedding
Love the
day.
podcast, lad. What's your funniest life event story?
They're not too fucking specific with them, like.
No, they're not like.
Yeah. Love the podcast, mate. Just tell me, what is the meaning of life? How do I love it, mate? How do I achieve true happiness? Cocaine.
Oh, that's the question sorted.
I still have more.
Go ahead.
This is my Facebook ones now. What would Michael Stone's McDonald's order be?
He would definitely be. Michael Stone would definitely. What would he be? He would be a fucking. He'd definitely be something fucking like the specialty burgers.
I like a fucking Royale.
Yeah. Give us a Royale with no gherkins on it because they're green. And loads of the red, white, and blue sauce. And he would definitely have mozzarella sticks because he's a cheesy bastard with his mullet.
Does he still have a mullet?
Oh,
Good for him. Good for Rock.
I think he does.
He's had a mullet so long it's came back into fashion.
yeah. He's like the Billy Ray Cyrus of fucking. Could you imagine Michael Stone doing a
Billy UDA
cover.
Cyrus.
Don't break my back, my fucking orange back. I'm just trying to get into Starman. And his double denim. He always wore double denim.
Yes, he did. He did.
Always into it, like
Yeah.
always a stone-wise
You can
double
say
denim.
so many things about him. Not being stylish isn't one of them.
Like, how did nobody fucking notice him? Like, because he was double
At a
denim.
funeral, he's sitting
With a
there mullet
fucking
double
mullet.
down.
You know, like he didn't even wear a suit.
That's so... Imagine being at a funeral, some cunt's there in a denim jacket.
Double denim. Trump. Did nobody go, look at that Trump bird looking?
Yeah. For me, have you ever worked in concentrics? I have, and it was depressing. It was fucking... You ever worked in a call
Obviously,
centre?
that, no.
Awful. Awful. Don't do it. Soul crushing, like, just phoning old people. Trying to trick them into buying a phone, like, I hated it. It's nasty.
She were trying to trick old people.
You're not
into-
really trying to trick. You're meant to actually, you're giving them a deal and you're helping them out. You're ringing old people who don't have a fucking clue.
And you're saying, give us your bank details, you can't.
Yeah.
Right.
I think I got one sale. I hated it.
You got one sale.
Ever. I hated it.
How long did you last?
About 3 weeks.
I was going to say that.
And then...
Surely you were meant to get like 30 sales a day. Like,
no, you're meant to get one a day.
you serious?
Yeah.
How much were they fucking taking off people?
You mean, once you got them locked in, and you were talking like 60, 70 quid, like.
How much were you getting paid a day?
It's like 9 quid an hour.
How many hours did you work?
Fuck, it was like 9 to 5 Monday.
Right.
Friday.
And you were getting much?
Like £9 an hour. I can't really remember.
Right, name for an hour.
Right, see, when you start, by the way, once you're in there for a while, you're meant to get more. But once you start, for the first while, you're meant to get one a day.
So it's like, do you know what, William? This is only a scam. Just get one a day. We pay you £87 a day, but if you make us 60 quid a day,
Yeah.
that's alright.
Yeah, don't know. It was for like your
How
first.
much is fucking lead you actually giving these people? Like, are they funded by the government?
No, they're private. Why would they be funded by the government?
Because they weren't making money if you were only selling one phone in fucking 3 weeks and they were paying you £60 a day.
But you're meant to, for your first 3 months, it's meant to be one a day. Then it goes up. By the time you're there a year, you're meant to be doing like 10 a day.
Right, okay.
Do you know what I mean? I was only there for the first few weeks. I couldn't hack it. And how I quit the job.
You should have cried and says, I'm disabled, I can't believe you should have told me out.
No, it wasn't that job. It was another job. I quit a job once by going on holiday and they phoned me and they're like, you were meant to be in. And I was like, well, I'm going on holiday and I found a new job, so I will be leaving. They're like, and when were you planning on telling us? And I was like,
Nah.
kind of telling you now, aren't they? And they were like, well, don't come in again. And I was like, kind of was the point of this
I've
phone call.
always had to sort of be like self-employed.
I can imagine you not responding well to authority.
No.
Fuck, the look in his eyes, that's terrifying.
No.
You remind me of my dad. My
Do you
dad
know
used
what?
to get sacked
I
for being
applied-
such a mouthy cunt all the
I
time.
applied for when Westwoods, they opened the McDonald's at Westwoods and I applied for it. And I didn't get a job on it. My mates all fucking slagged the life out of me.
Why did I get it?
I think a scourger man that worked on
That makes sense. You would scare me, like.
it. Because I didn't get the job on it, like. And I was like, you had GCSEs and stuff, so he was like, no.
Naomi Mitchell, if aliens came to Earth, do you think they'd take one look at us and fuck off again?
I think the DUP are the aliens on Earth. I genuinely do look at people and go, either they're the missing link,
Yeah.
or there's something that right
They're
there.
just not in touch with the real fucking world.
No.
But aliens, I don't know. I don't give a fuck. I think they get here and die of something that we're doing fucking mad. Like something,
Look at
like a bottle of Coca-Cola would like melt their skin and they're like, what the fuck, you drink that?
COVID.
Yeah. Apart from Civil War, would you consider doing a podcast in front of a crowd the odd time, like once a month?
Yeah,
so
certainly.
everything goes back
Do
to
a
normal?
bar, yeah. If there's any bars out there, I think it'd be great.
Yeah, I would do
We
that.
would do like, yeah, we will have guests on doing stand up and we'll set it.
If a bar wanted us to do a monthly show where we did that and we had guests on and then did the podcast,
even if you only want one of us,
yeah. If you know Paddy's too busy fucking dogs and you want me on,
you can have William,
yeah,
certainly.
but yeah, that would be great. That's all my questions.
Okay, we done then?
I believe that is us for this week. Anything else you want to say?
No.
Well, thank you for tuning in. You'll catch us again next week.
You got scared, and tickets are still on sale for
Yes, tickets are still on sale for the Civil War show in Limelight. I will say get them quick because I think they're about a quarter sold now, and that was from like 20 a month ago.
Yeah.
So their building's name Ulster Hall.
Yeah,
Sold out.
sold out.
Sold out.
Sold out. So if you want to see me, you have to go to
Yeah.
buy tickets to Civil War.
Yeah.
But it's a different gig.
It's,
So
yeah, it's a different
completely
show.
different. Yeah.
That'll be good. Any other things to plug? Any other shows?
No.
Your Limelight ones are also
They're sold out.
sold out as well. You fucking motherfucker, killing it.
So see you next week.
See you fuckers.
All the best.